Tonight on Nightside, protests erupt in Tijuana, Mexico as more Central American migrants seek entry into the United States. Plus, we have the latest in the California wildfires as the death toll continues to rise and rebuilding begins. And we take a look ahead at the holiday shopping, what you could do differently when it comes to buying for a special someone in your life. Nightside starts now.
You're watching Nightside on KYMA News 11, where news comes first.
Thanks for joining us on Nightside. I'm Dallas Ontiveros, and we start tonight's newscast with crews continuing their search for hundreds of people still missing after the campfire in Northern California. Now, the official death toll is now 76, and that number could rise in the next few days. NBC's Dan Sheneman has the latest.
In Northern California.
And we do have an update with the Woolsey fire. It is now 88% contained after burning nearly 97,000 acres. And in developing news right here, military personnel have begun installing concertina wire along the Laredo border. This is in preparation for any portion of the migrant caravans headed to the Texas-Mexican border, where large portions of land along the Rio Grande River were also being cleared by heavy machinery. Now, migrant caravans are already present in Baja California, including here in the desert Southwest, where News 11's Carmen Valencia was in Mexicali on Friday and has more from the border.
Good afternoon. We are here in Mexicali.
And some of those migrants are headed over to Tijuana, where more than 3,000 from the caravan of Central American migrants and refugees have sought shelter in Tijuana after they arrived at Mexico's border with the United States over the weekend. Now, some of those on the caravan say they have suffered on their long route to the border and that if there were enough jobs in their home country, they would not have made this journey in the first place. Now, already the Benito Juarez Sports Complex in Tijuana was open to migrants after other shelters were filled to capacity, and the federal government estimates the migrant numbers in Tijuana could soon swell up to 10,000. And some of those Mexican citizens aren't too happy about their arrival, with a protest over the influx of Central American migrants arriving at the U.S. border in Tijuana, Mexico. Hundreds of Tijuana residents turned out to oppose a migrant caravan that is looking to cross into the U.S., with some waving the Mexican flags, singing the national anthem of Mexico, and chanting out, "Out, out." Police formed a barrier between migrants and protesting locals, and protesters accused the migrants of being messy, ungrateful, and a danger to Tijuana. They also complained that the migrant caravan forced its way into Mexico, calling it an invasion, a word used by President Donald Trump just recently. Some said they are worried that their taxes might be spent to care for the migrants as they wait to apply for the U.S. asylum. Mexico's federal government estimates the number of migrants in Tijuana could again swell up to 10,000 people. Now, already the U.S. border inspectors are processing only about 100 asylum claims a day at Tijuana's main crossing to San Diego. And President Trump is definitely staying engaged with the migrant caravan arriving at the border, tweeting today, "The mayor of Tijuana, Mexico just stated the city is ill-prepared to handle this many migrants. The backlog could last 6 months. Likewise, the U.S. is ill-prepared for this invasion and will not stand for it. They are causing crime and big problems in Mexico. Go home." And at least 14 miles of President Trump's border wall is coming to Yuma in April 2019. Customs and Border Protection announced the construction and installation of upgraded tactical groundwork as well as a primary pedestrian replacement wall. CBP says it will improve Yuma's ability to deter illegal entries and drug smuggling from the transnational criminal organizations and drug cartels. The total contract is worth $324 million and was awarded to the Barnyard Construction Company. Well, as you can see, there's a lot going on here in the desert Southwest, but something that is not going on too much is our full weather forecast. Now, taking a look at our RV World Skycam right here, pretty quiet as we get ready to start the week again on Monday. But you know what? It's going to be interesting with Thanksgiving right around the corner. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our first slide right here. Our radar and satellite is showing clear skies in our area, and local temperatures are looking pretty nice tonight at this time of night. 61 in Yuma, 56 in the Imperial County, and with what we can expect down the road, we're seeing a lot of consistency with our temperatures slightly dwindling down, but Thanksgiving Day probably has to be the best day of the week, and I'll show you why in our full weather forecast coming up. Well, next on Nightside, we take a look ahead at the holidays where the Colorado River is going to be busy for Christmas. Stay with us. Well, we look ahead as the Yuma Crossing National Heritage Area has created an event to bring families together for the holidays. The inaugural Christmas on the Colorado event is scheduled for December 1st from 3 to 8 p.m. and tickets are already on sale at the Visitors Bureau office on Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 p.m. Now, cash, check, and credit card are accepted, and on Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., tickets will be sold cash only at the Colorado River State Historic Park. The event will happen at the Yuma Crossing National Heritage Area, where tickets are sold for $20 for ages 12 and under. And in this price, it includes a picture with Santa, a Christmas ornament, a face painting, a bell from Santa, and of course, hot chocolate and cookies and train rides for the kids. And at dusk, the Polar Express movie will begin, and tickets are $5 for ages 13 and up, which will include admission and the movie. Food and drinks will also be available for separate purchase, and the community is encouraged to bring blankets and a chair and, really make themselves comfortable as they enjoy the movie. And only 300 children tickets and 200 adult tickets are available, so you want to grab those while you can. And Sarah Halligan, communication specialist for the Heritage Area, says this event was created to bring Christmas to Yuma in case families can't travel to celebrate the holiday. You can also look on our website at kyma.com for more details. Well, next on Nightside, we are taking a look at our full weather forecast. How exactly is Thanksgiving going to be feeling like, and the holiday shopping that happens overnight? Stay with us. Welcome back to Nightside, everyone, and giving you a last look of the Colorado River Crossing Balloon Festival that took over this weekend, presented by the Caballeros de Yuma, and taking a look at the balloon glow last night at the Desert Sun Stadium. This was shot by Ariana Shell yesterday, and I gotta say, it is so beautiful to see this happening here in the Desert Southwest. So I gotta tell you, it's one of my favorite events to look forward to this throughout the year, really, and I hope you guys got some balloon action over the weekend. But this year has just gone by so fast, so sooner than later they will be back again. But thank you so much, Caballeros de Yuma, for presenting this awesome event and all the participants that were involved as well. Well, taking a look at our Skycam right here, presented by RV World, it's pretty kind of active right now, and I'm surprised because it is Monday tomorrow, and considering the kids are out of school in the Imperial Valley and in Yuma County, they're probably just staying up and enjoying the vacation. Man, it must be nice. But taking a look at our temperatures right now, this is what we can expect down the road. We're looking at a lot of consistency for the most part. In our area, we're showing clear skies with an overcast coming through, but in our region, we are looking at great temperatures if you are traveling a little earlier compared to later. 63 out in San Diego, 61 in Palm Springs, and 53 out in Las Vegas. That's kind of surprising out there because Las Vegas seems to always be the hot spot. But looking at a closer look at our local temperatures, pretty much in the mid 50s, in the low 60s for the most part in the Desert Southwest, 61 in Yuma and 56 in the Imperial Valley. And that's going to cool down to a little bit lower right here, 50 in Yuma and 46, 47 in the Imperial Valley. I gotta say, it's going to be a chilly night, but it could be even colder, and we're probably going to be expecting that next month. But warming up to a beautiful day tomorrow here in the Desert Southwest, 76 in Yuma and 76 in the Imperial Valley, with those low winds remaining calm below 10 miles per hour. And those winds aren't really going to pick up for the most part as the week goes by. But let's go ahead and take a look in that and what that's going to look like. Our 8-day forecast is showing a lot of consistency in our area with kind of a warm start, 76, 78 in Yuma, but kind of dwindling down to the low 70s by next weekend. Same thing for our lows as well. Taking a look at the Imperial Valley, kind of the same thing as well. A little bit of a warm start, but not really when you're at 76 and 79 degrees with that overcast kind of lingering in our area, but dwindling down to the low 70s by next weekend. And taking a look at Thursday, considering it is Thanksgiving, 75 as a high and lows at 48 degrees. And sometimes we like to burn some calories off after we eat the turkey and the pumpkin pie, and we like to do the holiday shopping for those great deals. Well, taking a look at our overnight low for that day, it's going to be hanging around the high 40s and the low 50s. So if you are that person who stands outside of Walmart or Best Buy and does all the shopping overnight, you still want to dress warm because no one likes getting sick during the holiday season. Let me tell you. Well, for more details, you can look on our website at kyma.com, and this 8-day forecast is sponsored by Quick Refrigeration Co. Well, if you plan on traveling this Thanksgiving, you'll have the gas prices to be thankful for. Your consumer report is next. Well, if you plan to head out on the road for Thanksgiving, here's something to be thankful for: the gas prices, because gasoline prices are continuing to fall down. The average price of regular gasoline has dropped 12 cents a gallon over the last 2 weeks, and the national average is now $2.72. Now, industry analyst Trebley from the Lunenburg survey says falling crude oil costs are the main reason for the decrease at the pump, but the average price is still 11 cents higher than it was a year ago. So I got to tell you, I'm pretty grateful for living here in Arizona, considering our gas prices are quite different when you head over to San Diego or anywhere in California. So if you are heading in that direction, I suggest you spend just a little bit more at the gas pump in Arizona, or maybe take a couple tanks with you if you have to. I mean, save as much as you can. It is the holiday season, and you could be spending that money somewhere else. And speaking of spending money, the holiday rush is coming right around the corner, but some of this year's most desired gifts won't be something you could even hold or even wrap to. NBC's Jolene Kent has more about the experiences over the gifts. So, while watching that package, it just came to mind that something you could ask for from your parents or from your loved one is having your bills paid. Maybe it could be your electric bill, your phone bill, your water bill, whatever it may be. I mean, I asked my parents if maybe they could, pay my rent for Christmas, but I gotta say, that is some weight off your shoulders. But whatever gift idea that you would like to share, go ahead and hit us up on our Facebook at KYMA11. But speaking of gifts, I love gab gifts because Hasbro's new Monopoly for Millennial isn't really hitting the target demographic too well, because the cover shows rich Uncle Pennybags wearing sunglasses and earbuds while snapping a selfie on his smartphone and then posting it on Instagram. And this phrase on the box, it says, "Forget real estate, you can't afford it anyways." I mean, it may trigger some people, but the truth hurts sometimes, and that seems to have struck a lot of nerve with millennials who have called it condescending and out of touch, but I think they're kind of being a little sensitive. But you know what? Not everyone is offended, because the game was announced earlier this week and is already listed as out of stock. So used versions are selling online for triple the price. So if you are thinking about giving this gift to someone, I hope everything turns out for the holidays. Sometimes they can take a wrong turn, but I'm really intrigued in how the game board must look like. Well, next on Nightside, we're taking a look at local dance groups dancing. Well, closing tonight's newscast with a heartwarming story right here, where our station sponsored a local dancing competition to help families with children fighting cancer. Now, recently, those families were presented with the proceeds from the event, and Roy Durantes has more of today's event.
6 local.
What a heartwarming story. And like they mentioned in that story, the